People really get on my fucking nerves. Like, hardcore. I just, like, unfollowed this account on Instagram. And, like, it's an account I've been following for quite some time. And it's, like, you can tell, like, the person's just obviously, like, a little baby about things. And because, like, they're still on that shit of, like, oh, if you're praying or asking for anything, like, or trying to manifest, whatever you want to label it, like they labeled this post as like praying today. It's like, if you're praying to the ancestors or you're praying to God and blah, 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 and all you're doing is bitching and, being disrespectful and lacking compassion and, you're not coming from a space of gratitude, then they're not going to work for you and they're not going to do shit for you and you're not going to manifest everything that you want to fucking manifest and yada yada. Like, okay, that's like baby toddler stage baby. Like, I think we need to move on from that now because, it's insane, like, how often people in that world, and like, this is an account that has like 50,000 followers. Like, there's a ton of people that are actually still resonating with this, and it gets on my nerves, and it's weird. Like, it low-key, like, icks me. Like, I think that's what all the kids are saying. Like, it gives me the ick that people are actually resonating with this shit. But at the same time, it's whatever, it's all serving. I resonated with it at one point too. I just totally, like, thought that I was not allowed to be angry ever and that I had to be respectful and I had to be a good girl to get what I wanted. Okay. Eventually, you're going to get fed up with that good girl shit and you're going to come to the side that I'm on. The doing whatever the fuck I want girl. I don't know. I guess it's just irritating to, like, hear people say that and, like, people actually resonate with it. But it is what it is, because eventually that right there, operating in that way, is going to make you get to the point where you're just so angry where you just don't do it anymore. But it's like, last time I checked, like, even in the Christian religion, they talk about, or at least my church, I wouldn't say like the whole Christian religion as a whole because that would be bullshit, but my church talks about a thing called authentic prayer. Like, God loves it when we pray authentically. Well, and being a good little girl and always being respectful and grateful in our prayers, that's not really authentic now, is it? Because, contained within all of our emotions, we have anger. We have lower emotions there too. And they want to be felt, and they're just as important. And, I feel like authenticity over everything. Like, please stop spreading these lies that, like, you have to be a certain way to get what you want. No, you don't have to be shit. Because I know plenty of, like, fucked up people that get everything that they want. So it's like, come on. I think, honestly, at this point, all it takes is a little bit of delusion and confidence, and then boom, you can have everything you desire. Oh, God, but I had to just, like, process this to myself because I just felt like this anger bubbling up in me about it. And I'm just so glad I unfollowed them because, like, I feel like I'm, like, in the old lady stage of this shit, and I'm just, like, so well past that. I'm like, I do not have time for that. Goodbye. So, yeah. And then also, last time I checked, I believe this was the same person, not too long ago, bitching about how nobody was buying her stuff, that they only liked, like, certain posts and they weren't buying her products, and she was, like, all upset about it and shit, because, like, that wasn't getting any attention. So, I guess, honey, like, last time I checked, you were a broke bitch too, You're struggling too. So, yeah. Okay. I guess, have fun with that. Yeah. And I think that's like my issue with like, a lot of these things, like the first thing that I wanted to say, but I almost censored myself, is like the Abraham Hicks stuff. I feel like it's great, like as far as like when you're in a good space and, like trying to like pull affirmations from it and, things like that. I mean, I think affirmations are so powerful because all you're doing is just like, creating a belief, something that you want to believe that maybe you think is not true. And so you want to believe it. So, chili burps. So you use, affirmations to help you shift your belief, like you're tired of believing one thing and you want to believe something else, so I think it definitely like all serves a purpose. And, I think it's good for these things to be out there because like for me, I think, just when I came across it today, I was just like, yeah, this isn't for me anymore. Yeah, like, yeah, maybe I used to believe this, but I don't want to believe it anymore. So I think I'm done. I think I'm done now. And then, I felt like the anger about it. And so I'm like, yeah, this definitely is just something that's like not in alignment for me anymore. Like, I don't even want to see it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. But it's also awareness and good to know that when you do see it, when you do come across it, because I mean, it's kind of inevitable, you'll come across something that irks you or that you don't believe or, whatever, or you disagree with for whatever reason. It's inevitable. But I think it's important though sometimes to like come across those things because it's really like, oh yeah, there you are. Yeah. No, choosing not to believe you anymore. I'm choosing to move on. I'm choosing to believe that, that whoever the fuck's up there listening, my ancestors, God, whatever, knows me, knows my heart, and would rather me show up authentically with them than like pussyfoot around the shit, like say what you're going to say. Like if you really want to ask for more money, ask for more money, and you ain't got to be nice about it. Like I feel like that's just something that's just so conditioned in us. Like we have to be nice. We have to be respectful, especially when we feel like we've been slighted or mistreated. No. Like I feel like I've been settling for less than I deserve for so fucking long and I've just been okay with it. And now, it's come to the point where like, well, I got a little angry about it. And this was like, I'm talking past tense here. Like I just went through something like this. So. But it's like, I got a little angry about it. Or not even a little. I got a lot angry about it. Like, I'm just like, I feel like I finally just put my foot down with God. And I just was like, fuck this. Like, fuck you. Like, I do not deserve this. Like, I deserve more than this. I deserve better than this. Like, I deserve respect for the knowledge and wisdom that I bring to the table. Like, I deserve, recognition for that too. I deserve to be paid fairly for that too. And so, it's almost like I'm just setting these boundaries for myself in that praying that I'm doing to God. And I'm using like finger quotes, like whatever I'm doing. And, yeah, it's like, I think they would much rather you just be real than like try and suppress the anger for the sake of like asking nicely. That's where I'm at with that, at least in this moment. Of course, things always change, beliefs always change. I'm like one of those people. I'm a firm believer that the truth is constantly evolving. Your truth is constantly evolving. With, because it's like we're constantly receiving new information every single day. Like we're learning new things every single day. So it's like, of course, duh, like your truth is going to evolve with it. I mean, is it not? I look back, when I was a teenager and I was younger, less experienced in life. And, you know, I had certain beliefs, like I can't think of any examples right now, but, you know, it's like I have certain things that I believed back then that I sure as fuck don't believe now. You know, that I thought was truth back then, but that I sure think is not now. So I don't know, maybe I'm just like coming on here to just give myself the space to just feel that anger bubble up. Also, like, feel the anger that like people are resonating with this, that they feel like they have to suppress themselves in some sort of way, or that they have to do things a certain way. They have to like follow all of these fucking made up rules to get what you want. No, baby, like, to get what you want, the only thing you have to do is believe you can have it. Like, it's really like anger and niceness and all of that. I don't even know if that really has anything to do with it or not. I mean, really, because like out of my anger came like this absolutely stone solid belief that I fucking deserve more. God damn it. And so now I'm like receiving more. Or I feel like I am. Even if I'm actually not, like, I still feel better. You know, so it's like there's so much good that comes out of that anger and you know, like what some people would call like being disrespectful or whatever in your prayers, or, you know, whatever she was trying to say. But then at the same time, you know, sometimes we just have to put all of these rules and limitations on ourselves to get to where we want to be. Like, you know, rules and limitations are good sometimes, and I'm just gonna have to assume that that's what's serving her, and that's what's serving all these people resonating with her the best right now. I guess it's just serving them the best to like stay in the confines of like that good girl mentality. Like, I have to be a good girl to get what I want, or I have to be, or, you know, I don't know if I doubt any like men are even listening to this, because I know nobody fucking cares. But I mean, if you got this far, I mean, I guess it goes for men too. You know, I have to be a good little boy to get what I want. No, you don't. No, you don't. There's plenty of bad little boys and bad little girls that get everything that they want out there. You don't have to do shit. But I just had to get on and like talk about this. I had to process this. This is just like 13 fucking minutes of just verbal diarrhea about, I don't even know. Just, you know, I'm an emotional wave. If you know what that is in human design, you deserve a cookie. But like, this is how my emotional wave processes things. This is how, okay, you know, like I started recording myself when I was angry. And I wouldn't say I was like a level 10, probably like a 5. This was like definite, like mediocre anger, probably like slight irritation. Because like at the end of the day, I really don't give a fuck what you're doing. You know, like I'm a 3-5. Like, I'm a firm believer in like, fuck it up, get it wrong so that you can eventually get it right. You know, like I myself learn the best from my mistakes. So it's like, who am I to like tell somebody that they're wrong? But I don't know. This is just how I process my wave. This is just what it has to be. I have to talk it out. I have to talk it out until it's calm again. So yeah, I started recording when I was slightly irritated. And then now I'm just back to that place where I'm just like, yeah, I don't care anymore. Nobody fucking cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares what she believes at the end of the day. Nobody cares what I believe at the end of the day. We're all just out there doing our own thing, trying our best, doing what we think needs to be done. But I guess I guess what's coming up for me now is, and this is just me, what's coming up for me is be careful who you listen to. Be careful what you choose to believe. And I mean, like, sure, by all means, like, try it out if you want. But the minute it doesn't feel good, let it go. Allow yourself to change your mind. Like, it's okay. It's okay to change. It's okay to change your mind. It's okay to change your beliefs. It's okay to change your entire, like, foundation of beliefs. Like, if it don't, I don't know. I guess I'm just, like, a firm believer. Like, if it don't fucking feel good, then don't do it. Like, if it don't feel good, why would you do it? And I'm not talking about just, like, little levels of discomfort. I'm just saying, like, if it really don't feel good, just don't. And so that's something that just does not feel good for me, and it hasn't felt good for me in a long time, is just believing that you have to be, it's almost like letting go of having to, because just, that might work for somebody, it doesn't work for me. Like, having to believe that, like, you have to show up positive and in a space of gratitude all the time for your manifestations and dreams to come true. Like, that sounds like a load of hot garbage to me. But then this whole podcast is a load of hot garbage. It's one big fucking cosmic joke. If you want to get real honest. If I want to get real honest. It's one big cosmic joke for me in starting this podcast. And just like on here, just brain dumping to myself, talking to myself. I just got done feeding my baby. He's asleep. And I'm just sitting here talking to myself. There's that sigh. I'm done.